is the liquid of life. We all need it to survive. Water, choose water first, water. We all know it is precious, should be enjoyed by all of us. Talking about water, choose water first, water.
We're zoning in on water quality and quantity on this edition of Water Wednesdays, and it's also a new experience here for some of our team and friends from partnering agencies, including the International Atomic Energy Agency. Well, as water quality technologist Nicole Austin explains, this isotope hydrology training is now critical for the BWA.
This week we had Dr. Jason Polk come in from the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, and he's been doing some isotope hydrology training with us with other agencies from Barbados. We've had Caribbean Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology. We've also had personnel from the Government Analytical Services Lab, and we've had personnel from the Environmental Protection Department. So together with Barbados Water Authority, we have been learning how we can use isotopes to trace our groundwater through our limestone karst aquifers and get identification not only of the pathways from the rain towards our groundwater aquifers, but also where pollutants could come from and trace those for the nutrients with the isotopes that could be found in different nutrients.
So we've been going through the background and some of the practical applications, and now we have transitioned into doing some sampling. So we are out taking water samples now to use for isotopic tracing. And these isotopes are really nice to use for this process because they're like fingerprints of water. And so we can actually trace the water as it moves from rainfall down into the groundwater system and through the different cave systems and springs and whatnot by using these different oxygen and hydrogen and carbon elements that can be present inside the water. And this training is hopefully going to allow some additional capacity for the Water Authority to be able to do some of its work and managing water resources in the country.
Now, in assessing the work already being done, Dr. Polk has given the BWA a passing grade.
I think the water network is really well established, and that the Water Authority has done a great job of trying to take advantage of all the tools and resources possible to make sure that the water is safe, and also to have future projections of water resources. And these types of landscapes where you have caves and groundwater systems, it can be a bit complex because everything is kind of out of sight and underground. So I think with the well access and the distribution networks and the way that the water quality is taken very seriously, that this additional training will help them continue to maintain the water quality and resources in a really unique and challenging environment like you have here on the island with all of the different groundwater complexities.
But there is a bigger picture here. With Barbados now going through yet another drought in less than a decade, this training helps to develop more targeted responses.
We obviously always care about climate change and future impacts in rainfall patterns and whatnot, and the tools through this isotope training course will really help the Water Authority being able to understand the patterns of rainfall and recharge, and really have a good handle on some of the water resource availability, and to make sure that you are well prepared in the future to eliminate any kind of threats or worries about water scarcity as much as possible. It's been really great to work with these partners that I've known and worked with for many years doing different projects in different capacities, and now to come back and to really be able to bring this technique and tool to the Water Authority, I think is going to be really helpful, and it seems like everybody has understood it and taken to it really well. The first sampling we just did and the hands-on seems to have gone really well. I think that there's a great conceptual understanding, and that with the partnership with the IAEA, that there'll be a really good chance of this project being able to have capacity to take off and be something that can be used long term.
Well, that's it for this edition of Water Wednesdays. A reminder to you, our valued customers, a prohibition notice remains in effect. You can get more details on the do's and don'ts on our website. That's www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can check our socials on Facebook and Instagram as well for more content like this and other information. And please subscribe to our Water Wednesdays channel on YouTube. You can find us there.